Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Viking Ice Makers virtual training. This is your moderator, Margaret McSweeney. We're so glad you're joining us today. A few introductions and housekeeping items. Please remain on mute during the call. If you have questions, please utilize the chat function to ask questions during the training. All questions will be answered at the end of the training presentation. For your information, we will be recording this training session. First, I'd like to introduce Sue Bailey. She is the Director of Go-to-Market Strategy at Viking Range. Nicole Cooper is the Showroom Manager at Middleby Residential's Irvine Showroom. And Jamie Larita, he's Executive Chef and Brand Ambassador for Middleby Residential Chicago Showroom.
Thank you so much, Margaret. Hey guys, welcome back to our great trainings with Viking Range. Today, we're going to be talking about ice machines. And I have to tell you, my life has changed ever since we installed the Viking Nugget Ice Machine in our showroom. And Nugget Ice is not just for your friends that love to chew on ice or cocktails. It's also great in cooking. And I've utilized it twice, not once, twice, in the recipe that I'm sharing with you today. So today, as you can see, I've got plenty of Nugget Ice here. And I'm using it as a base to hold my little terrines for this beautiful arugula and cucumber soup that I have. So again, in the recipe we have Nugget Ice, and we also have it as a base to keep that soup cold. This is a great recipe if you guys are doing a brunch or you want to serve it even as a main course. There's a lot of versatility in it. It's very healthy if you eat it on its own, like the recipe, or you can garnish it up like I'm going to do today. So in this recipe, all I have inside of the soup is cucumbers, some arugula, some fresh dill, some red onion. There's also some yogurt. So it's very healthy and very bright. Now I like to put a little bit of bacon. Sorry to, I know we have bacon lovers out there. So I like to garnish it with a little bit of bacon and egg. Who doesn't love that? So I put a little bit of a hard-boiled egg with a little bit of sriracha spice in there, maybe a roasted clove of garlic up in there. It's kind of like the, I don't know, it's kind of like a Sunday brunch type of thing. Maybe a little bit of caper and then a dash of lime zest. It's kind of like that Bloody Mary, only in a shot glass. So you can serve it like a little shooter, which is really nice for a party, for a little bit of a, pass around, or you can make it in a larger bowl or do it in something like this for a little bit of a bigger serving. Great fresh recipe about Nugget Ice, using Nugget Ice, and take it away, Sue Bailey and Nicole.
Thanks, Jamie. That is the most unique use of ice in a recipe I think I've ever seen, Jamie. So that is awesome. Hey guys, so glad you guys are joining us today. It's so funny because like when Jessica asked that I do ice machines, I thought, oh, okay, how much is there to talk about? And as we got into it, there really is a lot of great features and things to talk about. So I am excited. And of course, the best way to learn a product is to actually teach the product. So I have learned quite a bit as we go. Nicole is showing us the two different types of ice that we have with the ice machines that we have. One is a clear ice, which is that one right there, the nice top hat. We're going to talk about that one. And the other one is the Nugget Ice, which is what Jamie had that he loves so much. Two real different uses for the two different ice machines, you guys. And we're going to talk for just a minute before we get away from Nicole about the maker of the ice machine, guys. As you know, 88% of all Viking products are made in Greenwood, Mississippi. Okay, another 8% of our products are made by Middleby sister companies. So that leaves about 4% of our product that we have made by outside manufacturers, and we only use the best manufacturers. We do use Scotsman to make these ice machines for us, okay? They do a great job. It has been a really, really good relationship. So as we go through a lot of this training, you're gonna see that we're gonna utilize some of the videos that Scotsman has put together because they have just done a really, really great job on all these videos. So I think with that, Jessica, I think we're ready to go to the PowerPoint. A lot of this will be PowerPoint today, guys, with videos and some other things embedded. So here we go. Let's talk about clear ice. For me, clear ice is for the liquor drinkers, okay? And the reason why I say that is this is a very slow melting ice cube. Okay, so it doesn't dilute your drinks. It's odorless, it's tasteless, and that's why we call it a clear ice. You can see on here, it's perfect for premium liquor or even cheap liquor, I guess, mixed drinks, any beverage where you don't want the ice to melt quickly. That is what clear ice is so very good for. Jessica has embedded a video, I believe, that we're going to watch on how this clear ice is made. Great video. So if y'all will just hang on for a minute, we'll get there.
Our cubes are clear, taste-free, and odorless because they were designed for the purist. The Brilliance Cuber makes our crystal clear gourmet ice in a more efficient and reliable way than previous models. The unique shape of our gourmet cube prevents clumping and allows the cubes to melt slower, meaning your drinks stay truer to the flavors you love. To make ice, the Brilliance Gourmet Cuber sprays water from its reservoir up into an upside-down evaporator. Water is cooled in the evaporator cup molds and ice begins to form. Excess water and minerals return to the reservoir, where Scotsman's patented purge adjustment cycles out impurities in the water and freezes only the pure water in the evaporator. This unique process produces the crystal clear gourmet cubes while reducing water consumption. Upon completion of the freeze cycle, cubes drop individually into the ice bin for you to enjoy.
Great. Thank you, Jessica. So lots of great features. And one thing that I do want you guys to really notice when we get back to looking at the ice again is how clear this top hat ice is compared to the Nugget. The Nugget, of course, is a different sort of ice, but it's just how you can actually see through the ice. It is so very clear. Lots of great features with this ice machine. Now, remember, guys, the one we're talking about right now is the FGIM and the FPIM. Okay, so this is just the basic clear ice. 65 pounds of ice production in 24 hours. Okay, so it does produce a lot of ice, about 24 cubes at a time. It's got a large capacity bin that holds 26 pounds of ice. Okay, so as you can imagine, if you're making 65 pounds of ice in 24 hours, it holds 26. Basically, what's happening is the ice that's been in there the longest at the bottom is just going to melt away. Okay, so you constantly have fresh ice. It's not like in your freezer when your ice is made that it's in there and it melts away. It doesn't do that in the freezer. Okay, so this is the way to make sure you always have very clean, very pure ice. Nicole did show us, these are the dimensions of that top hat ice. It's 1 inch by 1 1/8 inch by 1.25 inch. The unit itself, guys, is energy and water efficient, so it's not wasting any water. I love the auto purge water sensor, guys, because what this system does is it uses less water when the water conditions are good, okay, and purges more water when the water quality is poor. So it's got this sensor that kind of does good versus bad water, for lack of a better word, so that all of the ice cubes are very clear. It does have electronic controls, LED light, which we're going to have Nicole show us that in a minute when we actually go there. So that is the first one that we have. The second one is the Nugget ice, okay? For those of us, if you're in the South, we call it the Sonic ice, okay? Because Sonic Drive-In is where you get it. Just so you guys know, before we went into kind of staying at home, my ritual every morning was to get up, get ready for work, drive by Sonic, get my large Coke Zero, easy on the Sonic ice, and go to work. Well, when we ended up staying at home, I still every morning, guys, get ready, get up, get in my car, drive the 1.5 miles to Sonic, get my large Coke Zero with easy ice, and drive back home and start my day. So I am a big lover of the Nugget ice. I think it is great. Pellet ice is something else you hear it. Chewable ice. It is, again, odorless and taste-free. Kind of the difference with this one here is this is going to absorb the flavor of drinks, okay, which is what I do like about it. It's perfect for soft drinks and juices. It does cool things down very quickly, but I will tell you that if you have it in your drink and it sits for a long time, it does water the drink down, which is the difference between this and the clear ice. So as I talk with customers about which one do you want, it's kind of like talking to them about whether you want a gas oven or an electric oven. It just depends on what your use is. What I do a lot is, if in the bar area where we're going to do a lot of liquor, I'll probably do the clear ice. But if it's where the kids are, if we're somebody who likes to eat ice, I might do the nugget ice. So good news is having both of them, the customer can have whatever it is that they want. I believe, Jessica, we have another video on the nugget ice. Here we go.
With power applied to the SCN60, all of the control lights will blink once, and the control system will immediately check for water in the reservoir. If water is available and the reservoir is empty, the inlet water float valve will open and begin filling the reservoir. Once the reservoir is filled with water, the float valve will shut off, and the control system will allow the auger motor and refrigeration system to start. Within a few minutes, ice will begin to form in the water inside the evaporator's vertical tube. As ice forms, the auger moves it up the evaporator, and fresh water enters at the bottom. This is a continuous process while the machine is making ice. As the ice is pushed through the tapered holes, they create cylinders of ice. This ice is then broken up into nuggets by pushing against the tapered flange above the holes. The ice sweep and the rotating auger move the ice to the ice chute, where it falls by gravity into the storage bin.
Pretty cool, isn't that? If you guys have never seen how that was made, I think that's a really great explanation. Guys, these videos are on YouTube if for some reason you need to show them to your customers or anything from that standpoint. 65 pounds of ice production in 24 hours. Also with this one, it is the Sonic style chewable ice that people love. This model in particular is very energy and water efficient, okay? It uses 40% less energy than other standalone machines, and uses all incoming water. All the incoming water is used for ice production. So it is very energy efficient from that standpoint. It is also one of the quietest ice machines on the market. Now, if there is a complaint for customers about ice machines, is that they tend to be a little louder, okay? The only time I have found them to be what I would call loud is when the ice is actually harvesting, when it's actually dropping. But it's not anything that's, any worse than any other sound you have in your kitchen. I do know that the nugget ice, though, is quieter, and I'm sure it's just because of the smaller pellets. They're not as big that are falling. So it is a very, very quiet machine. Electronic controls, it has LED lights, and has an easier access for cleaning. We're going to look at some of these things with Nicole, I believe. There's Nicole with the ice. And guys, that's a great shot. Stay there for just a second, Nicole. That's a great shot to see, and I know those are fake ice cubes, but that's really what those look like on the left. That clear versus the not as clear of the nugget ice, okay? Still no flavor, no odors, but it's just a difference, as you guys saw, in the way that ice is produced. Thank you, Nicole. She has beautiful hands. Okay, so let's look at the electronic controls, LED light, all that good stuff. Thank you, Nicole. So I do love the interior light. It's just great. Very easy, nice. It really illuminates the entire bin area that you see there. There are electronic controls also on the outside, right there. All right, lots of great things in there. There is on off, guys. If you want to turn your ice maker off, you just have to hit the on off button. I mean, easy enough. Gonna tell you when it's time to clean. I like the way Nicole made sure that her time to clean light was on. From that, we're gonna talk about cleaning in just a minute. From that standpoint, scoop is on the side. That's where you should always keep the scoop. Very nice and easy to use. Of course, if you have kids, you know where that scoop's going to be, right? Underneath all the ice in the ice machine, because that's exactly what they do. And then it just comes on top. And so hopefully they'll get better with that. Jamie, how about we talk for just a minute about design and installation of these products?
Sure. Can you guys spotlight me? Can you see something I forgot?
Sure, I'm sure we can.
In the
Jessica's
recipe?
pretty good. Look at there. Shrimp.
Okay, so I forgot to mention the shrimp, guys. So that's the shrimp that we have in the recipe. And as far as the design options go, you have the stainless steel exterior cabinet, of course. It has a really, really great articulating door hinge that accepts a stainless steel door panel or a custom panel for a really, really nice true flush installation. And it ships as a right-hand hinge, and that's how the way it comes with the right hand, and it's field reversible if you want to change that. Right, Woody?
First of all, we didn't get to see Woody. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there's Woody. Look, hey, Woody. So adorable, so adorable. So
He loves
Jamie,
nugget
you're
eyes.
exact. Oh, I bet my dog does too. You're exactly right about that. It does. They do come right hinge, guys, so you don't have to order it right or left. The thing you do have to order as a right hinge or a left hinge is the stainless door panel. So if you're going to do a stainless door panel, you do have to order that right or left hinge, but not the ice machine itself. Jamie, that is beautiful.
Thank you, Sue.
All right. The other thing we want to talk about is the fact that these same models are actually outdoor certified. Okay, so because they have the insulated electrical terminals, sealed contacts, water resistant thermistor, you guys can see everything there. These same models can be used outdoors. Okay, so that's just great that we don't have to have a whole different model to go in your outdoor kitchen. The only thing you do have to order is a different panel. So if it is an outdoor ice maker, you need to order the outdoor panel, which is the one that has the T in the model number, because it is made of the stainless steel that is good for the outdoor use. So just make sure of that. The other thing is there's a drain pump model and a gravity drain model, okay? When in doubt, or I could just say always, order the drain pump. That is the safest way to go, guys. Gravity drain, you got to make sure the drain is there already underneath the unit and that it's all set up fine. A lot of times, even if a customer's replacing one and I'm just unsure, I will almost always do the pump model just because I think that it is definitely the safer way to go. That's the difference in the model numbers. The P is the pump model, the G is the gravity thing. So the guys, there are several things that I hadn't looked at my time. Oh, there are several things that are really essential to maintain and extending the life of the ice machine. You know, if there's a reason why people don't want an ice maker, it's because they know it has to be cleaned. They know there are things that they have to do to it, but it actually is not all that difficult. So we're going to go through this. All this, guys, is in use and care manuals and all of that. So one thing we do want to make sure that they realize is they do need to be cleaned every 6 months in order to have the freshest tasting ice, okay? If you don't clean it, there's a variety of things that can go wrong. Most of it will be that the ice will not taste good at all. There is a time to clean indicator, which we actually saw on Nicole's control panel, which reminds the owner to do this, okay? So it won't go away until they've actually done what they need to do. So that's just that constant reminder, like the check engine light on your car. So we have the time to clean indicator. Now, why clean the machine? We were just talking about this a minute ago. Mostly because the hard water scale will form on the ice, making surfaces, okay? So where that ice is actually produced, you're going to have this hard water scale, which reduces capacity, increases load, and noise, okay? That's the other thing. You'll have some customers that say, hey, my ice machine just seems to get louder. Well, yeah, it probably needs to be cleaned. So just make sure that it is getting cleaned. The most common scale is lime scale. Okay, and it must be dissolved using a food grade acid, which is present in the cleaning solution that you guys can get from us. So that's the biggest downside to that. The clear cube machine clean cycle takes approximately 2 hours. The nugget machine clean cycle will take approximately 50 minutes. This is including the reassembly that's required, and the owner does need to be present during the cleaning cycles to add solution, just kind of as an FYI. This is not really like your self-clean oven where you turn it self-clean and you can go to Target or whatever. So you do need to be there. So let's talk just a little bit about what it takes from the ice machine cleaning standpoint, okay? There are certain things that need to be cleaned on a regular basis, okay? One, outside cabinet and door handle, okay? Just wipe clean of any spills. If it's dried onto the surface, just wash with warm water and soap. Guys, just as a tidbit, if you ever have stainless, it just is not looking great, warm water with a mild detergent to really just kind of clean that stainless and then go over it with a polish will just do a world of good. I had to walk somebody through that this week, and it was just a real good reminder to me that warm water, mild soap, and then a nice polish is all stainless needs. I digress. Okay, second thing that needs to be cleaned, the ice storage bin. Okay, this bin should be sanitized occasionally. Imagine that's where all your ice is going. So of course you need for it to be clean. Usually after cleaning the ice maker system, when the bin is empty, that's a great time. If there's another time that you just had it off for a while, just cleaning that bin is always a great thing. All you have to do is use a clean cloth, wipe the interior with solution, pour some in the drain, and allow to air dry. So this is a solution, 1 ounce of bleach plus 2 gallons of hot water, anywhere between 95 to 155 degrees. Of course, the hotter the better, in my opinion. We'll clean the ice storage bin. Ice scoop, when you can find it, when the teenagers haven't lost it, wash it regularly, just like any other food container. It should be stored, as we said, on that interior side. Don't leave it sitting on the ice or with the ice, and that will help keep it sanitary. So you're going to clean that. Fourth thing none of us like to talk about cleaning is the condenser. Okay, it's not hard to clean, guys. It's located in the lower front corner of the unit. You can kind of see in the picture over there, the condenser surface and fins. Just got to be careful with them. All right, make sure that we're not damaging them. Remove the service panel and kick plate, vacuum, and we'll be good. I do love this little note down here that Jessica put in here. Homes with pets may require more frequent vacuuming. This is true of your ice machine, guys. This is true of your refrigerator. Anything that's got a condenser that needs to be cleaned, that's going to be the case, okay? We all love our pets, but they do create quite a bit of lint and things in there. The fifth thing you've got to clean is the ice making system itself, okay? It is a simple process for both the clear cube and the nugget. That what you're going to need is the special ice maker cleaner, which you can get from Viking, hot water clean sponge, and just a little bit of time. All right. So then, good. Ice machine summaries. Let's go through this because I think I've got just a minute or two. They're all 15 inches wide with field reversible doors. They can be installed freestanding or built under counter. They do require just 115 volts, guys. So it just plugs right into a regular outlet. No special requirement there. All units are end of line tested so that we are certain that they are good when they come out of the factory at Scotsman. The ice harvest production times vary with changes in air and water temperature. I thought this was really kind of neat, guys. They're really designed, the ice machines are, to operate in a wide variety of air temperatures, which is good, right? Because I know Southern California is very different than New York when it comes to be wintertime, all right? The minimum air temperature for the best performance, guys, is 50 degrees. The maximum air temperature is 100 degrees, okay? The machine will function within these ranges. It does work best with water temperature that's between 50 and 60 degrees and air temperature between 60 and 80, okay? So almost always within your house, your water temperatures are between 50 and 60, air temperatures between 60 and 80, okay? So it's gonna do fine. One thing I do wanna note though, is that the ice making capacity does go down as those temperatures go up. Okay, so if this is really important from an outdoor standpoint, all right? So if you get temperatures above 90 degrees outside, you're gonna find that the ice production is not as quick as it is in the lower temperature. So that's just something I always like to make sure that people understand. Again, we mentioned the auto purge system. It uses less water when water conditions are good and purges more water when it's poor. And the gravity drains, we did talk about this, that they should be used only with floor drains. Pumps are required when draining is uphill or not immediately down into a floor drain. All right, and I think that might be it for me. Let's see. Yes, that is all I have today.
Well, thank you so much, Sue. And thank you everyone for attending. Please make sure to catch Chef Jamie and Chef Jackie on Viking's Facebook Live feed for some amazing cooking videos. Look for follow follow-up email with assets from today's training, as well as Chef Jamie's iced shrimp and cucumber soup recipe. And a reminder, we are hosting virtual showroom appointments out of our Chicago, New York, and Irvine showrooms. Please visit our websites or talk to your Middleby Residential District sales manager for more information. This concludes our training today. We will remain on the call to answer any questions that you may have asked in the chat. Sue, do you see any?
I do not see any questions in the chat. So guys, just let us say thank you so much. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. Oh, wait, do they push, DB? No, I have not seen the decibel rating levels. That is something I can ask for, but I have not seen it on these machines, to answer that one question.
Great. Well, thank you so much.